Chisom just received her first paycheck in Canada. Hi guys, today I just decided that I'm going to give you guys grace and not look so much like a bum today. So I have my head warmer on and I want to put in some, they call this chapstick, I don't know, yeah. Anyway, you guys, today is a great day. You know what, today is a great day. I've just been waiting for my first payday. Kwanaka. Chisom just received her first paycheck in Canada. Her first paycheck in Canada. I've been waiting for this day. Cause child, the bills have been billing. And now I have something to offset those bills. Yes. Yeah. I don't know. You know, you guys, I just pick up my camera now and I just vlog. I don't know which vlog is going to go where. So I don't know if this is vlog where I told you guys about, you know, how I received some rejections, which was literally just yesterday, to be honest. That same yesterday, I don't know if you guys are hearing, but it's my heater. If you can hear the sound, sorry. Yesterday, let me just turn it off. Yesterday I received the good news just after telling you guys that I told you guys I applied to a pre-accelerator program. The program belongs to the people that we also applied to get some money from, that they said that we're actually onto something good, but they want to see some traction, more traction, and some other metrics between now and 6 months time. So they accepted me into their pre-accelerator program, and that was actually good news, to be honest, because waking up and just saying unfortunately was a bit heartbreaking. And yeah, so there's that. I got my paycheck, I got accepted to a pre-accelerator program, and yeah, so because of all this good news, I am gingered, because I have been postponing, you know, every month I go to the clinic to get my blood taken. So yeah, this is the very last day of the month, so I actually have no choice than to also go today, because there's no other last day of this month and I have to be going monthly. But I'm really gingered to go. You know, there's also money now. So in this video, I'm going to be taking you guys along. I am also going to, I think you guys will budget with me. We'll talk about some money stuff, that's just on my mind. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Stay tuned. Hi, you guys. I'm dressed up to, you guys already know, going to the clinic to, you know, give them some of my blood samples. You know the vibes already. I've ordered my Uber. I don't know, but like something came in the mail. Because I was, you know, I told you guys like I'm trying to get some tax stuff up and running for budgety. So I just got some emails. Yeah. So, and from what I'm saying, it looks like they did not do what I actually applied for them to do, and I'm already stressed out thinking about it. So when I come back, I would check very well, and I would have to give them a call again before I decide on what to do. But it just doesn't make sense, because they have already wasted my time 2 weeks to process this. So if I have to return something back to them, how long again is it going to take for me to process? I do not know. But let me just go to the clinic, do what I have to do, come back, get that off my to-do list, and I would, yeah.
Chisom, right?
Chisom. Yeah.
From Africa?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Africa. From Nigeria?
Yes, Nigeria. Yeah. waiting for Uber now. You guys, the way Teslas are in this Canada, a lot of Teslas. 2, 3, 3. My Uber is a Tesla.
Yeah, click and hold and open.
Yeah. Thank you. So guys, it's later in the day and now I want to get my finances together ahead of next month. I guess I'm going to be sharing my screen so you probably see it on the screen. Some things might be blurred out for obvious reasons. I'm not so sure how to go about it yet, but I will still be using my mouth to say what I'm doing in the event that I don't show my screen. So the first thing I'm going to do is, let me just turn on my screen recorder. Screen rec, ho ha ho ha ho ha 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 ha. Which entered my account. So you guys, I think it's important to know that I didn't work for a full month this first time, and that's because I didn't start like on the 1st. I joined like, let's just say middle of the month. So obviously what that means is it's not my full salary that I would have gotten. So I'm going to go to my bank account just to make sure the amount is the same. All right, yeah, so I'm going to enter this amount in my budgeting app as my income. Usually, like on budgeting app, I can actually set if, oh, this is a recurring transaction, so I don't need to go into my app every month to be entering the same thing. But because like I didn't work like fully for a whole month, you get, I can't say, oh, how, like I can't say, oh, this will be repeated until next month where I actually know for real how much. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, over here in Canada they pay like every 15 days, so I would know next month, maybe on the 15th, what my salary would be every 15 days, so I can then set a recurring transaction. So my app will just automatically add a new transaction for me on the 15th and like maybe the 30th of every month, that kind of thing. So I've added my income and budgeting. The next thing I'm going to do, which is very important, is to clear my credit debt. So you know, because it's kind of important here in Canada to be using your credit card at least for certain expenses, just so that your credit score is, you know, good in cases where you want to make a big purchase, like maybe a car or a house. They will take a look at your credit score. So because I don't usually like take on big loans or anything, so I just use my credit card to make like little purchases here and there, maybe for grocery, for transportation, all of that. But then I would pay back every month just so it doesn't compound and everything, and this credit score remains solid. So I'm going to pay off that now and bring it down to 0, because child, credit card paid, yay. So for me, what's really important to me is that I am saving. Like I'm someone that, if possible, I will save like 90% of my earnings, you get, especially because I haven't earned for a while here in Canada, and obviously there's some purchases I've been making, but I have been taken away from my savings, and those were not like little purchases, like all these things you guys see me buy, my work chair, some my clothes, do you get, like, and I got my laptop, all of those things. At the end of the day, they pile up, and those were all from my savings. So I want to use this next couple of months to actually like beef up my savings again. And yeah, so now I want to decide how much I actually want to save. Since I know I'm going to receive another paycheck in like 15 days, it means that this salary, I just need to spend out of it for like the next 2 weeks, right, before I get a new paycheck. So that means the expenses won't be so much. I already bought a lot of grocery this month that will last us even till next month. We already have like a bag of we already have a bag of rice. We already have like two big bags of macaroni. Same thing with spaghetti. The only major thing I think I'll have to buy this month is maybe eggs and tomato, because I haven't made stew. So yeah, eggs and tomato. And there's something else, it's just in my head but I can't. Yeah, so grocery shouldn't be too much. Of course, I also want to like have some money for like guilty pleasures, like buying food on DoorDash. That's literally my only guilty pleasure. Like, I just like to eat out. I love to eat out, so I have to also consider that. And then in the next 2 weeks, I'm also going to take transport to school, because I'm still schooling. School ends next month, so, and that'll be the last time I'll be spending money on transportation, because I move to online MBA next semester. So yeah, it's not looking like a lot of expenses. Transportation is usually around that, let's just say $50 per trip. So let's just say $200 for 2 weeks, right? That's for transportation. For grocery for 2 weeks, because I have already shopped for grocery, let's just say that I shouldn't be spending, let's just say $100. I'm really being, yeah, let's just say $100 on grocery. But I don't think I would need to spend that much in the next 2 weeks on grocery, because we have all that we need except tomato and eggs, which wouldn't cost up to $100, to be honest. But let's just leave it at $100. So that's like $300 already. Then let's just say, what else? Yeah, guilty pleasures. My guilty pleasures: food, ordering from DoorDash. Let's just keep it at let's say $100, since it's like 2 weeks. Let's say $100. I might not spend that much, but let's just say $100. Yes, yeah. So so what I'm going to do now is to create a budget, right? Let's create a budget for transportation and food. So I'm going to add budget now. Food, I've said $200. That's 100 for grocery, 100 for guilty pleasures. So let's just say 200. I'm going to set a custom frequency between the actual dates, right? Let's just say that is this to this. Okay, I've set it. Remind me at maybe 70%. Yeah. View summary. That's for food. And let's do for transportation, right? I said $200. custom, same date. Yeah, so we have set a budget of like 300 bucks. Abi 400 bucks. Let me see. Yeah, 400 bucks. What again? Yeah, I don't know. I told you guys. I don't know if I told you guys. My mother-in-law is here in Canada. Yay! She's with my brother-in-law. So before she came, my mom actually bought some things for us. So I have to definitely pay my mom back, replenish her account. And I also want to like give her some money, you know, first paycheck in Canada, just send some money to her, you know, now all these kind of things. As far your girl don't make her first bow, just here's some token from my heart. The one thing I love about my family is that thing of black tax is not there, to be honest. I don't know, maybe it's a pride thing, I don't know, like, because I won't say it's an Igbo thing because I can't speak for other Igbo families. There are definitely other Igbo families that, you know, get a lot that actually like tax their kids. So but for my family, it's like my parents are quite proud, you know. They're actually quite proud. To them is like, see these pinchom of yesterday that we gave birth to. How much do you want to give us? I beg, no, Dan, go and sit down somewhere. That's how my parents are. So like that black tax thing is not there. But obviously, and I love that so much, because then like whenever I give, I'm not giving from I'm pressured to do so. No, my parents really understand. And to be honest, they also know that I'm dealing with my own thing over here, health and all that. So I think that that might be also one of the reasons why they are also extra lenient, because dealing with what I'm dealing with is no easy feat at all, and it's not like the cheapest of illnesses to have. So anyway, I'm going to give my mom some money. I don't think I'm going to share that on here, what that amount would be. But yeah, let me set a budget for that. How much now? Anyway, I'll have to find out how much she spent on the food stuff. But honestly, it's not going to pass 100,000 naira, to be honest. It's not going to pass 100,000 naira. So there's that. Last but not the least, tithe, right? I haven't done that in a while. I don't even know which church to give you the tithe to. There are two options. Either you give it to, or I give it to Daystar back in Nigeria, or I give it to New Creation Church in Singapore, because those are the two main churches we actually listen to that we also really enjoy. But when my husband comes, I'm going to ask him, because I don't know the process for giving to New Creation Church, but I do know the process for giving to Daystar. So maybe this time around I'll just give to Daystar. Now we go to savings. Okay, so how much is your girl gonna save from all this that she has? How much have I budgeted so far? There are other things I actually plan to like put money aside for, but I mean, I can't be letting you guys in on all my business. I can't. So that's gonna be between myself and myself. So the next thing I'm going to do is obviously Now I now have an idea of how much I can save. Like I've put away the expenses that I know would happen no matter what. Do you get, like, no matter what is going to happen next month? So I'm just going to set aside some money to save right now. And yeah, how much is your girl gonna save per? Let's see. On the savings categories, you know, there are a lot of options to choose from: house, life savings, pension, investments. For those in Canada, we have TFSA, RRSP, travel. You can be saving towards travel. Apps. When I put this category in mind, I just felt like, you know what, apps is just like, if you have like 10 apps you're saving money in, like, you just click on apps as the category, describe it, maybe bamboo or rice vest or Trove or Chaka or all those investment platforms, Wise, those kind of things. Or if you're here in Canada, maybe, you know, now where you save, maybe like that's, do you get, like, yeah. So now I'm just a bit confused. TFSA, RRSP, or life savings? Let me first just send the money. I think, I don't know, but like this might be useful to some people, but just in terms of black tax, because I've really spoken to some people, you get, that like it doesn't just make sense the way they are being taxed. Like, people think that when you come to Canada, like, there's money on, like, once I sleep and wake up, I will find money under my pillow or something. Like, people, you have to be able to say no. I don't know, but like, for me, right, I've always grown up in a way that my boundaries are clear to everyone. Like, my boundaries are clear to my siblings. My boundaries are very clear to my parents. My boundaries are clear to anyone that I set boundaries for. Like, I don't have to even vocalize it like, oh, yo, this is a boundary. Like, you just know what Chisom can and cannot take. And it's not hard for me to say no. I won't lie to you, because at the end of the day, if people keep sucking you dry, when you have nothing to give, well, like, what next? What next? If you're making all this money and you don't have any savings, and like, people are just taxing you, when you now need money, like, who is going to help you out? Who? Like, what next? I've come to realize that whether you help, like, give people money or not, they will end up surviving. And I know that there's just 1,000,001 scenarios that I might not necessarily reflect this context that I am talking about right now. But I like to believe that in many use cases or contexts, the ability to just say no is a lifesaver. Like, people will survive, because if you die today, those people, they will not die. They will not die. They will find a way. They will definitely find a way to survive. It might be harder, but guess what? They will find a way. The brain will start working on how to make things work. It's the truth of the matter. Barriers are, like, I'm very keen on, like, respect this boundary. Do you get? So if you're like in that position where maybe you're in Canada and your family doesn't just understand that things are not as easy. See, sometimes it takes there's something that you will just do that they will not believe that in their life that a maker can never do this. It will make them to behave. You guys, before they will say Chisom is wicked. But sometimes it's very important. You see, like, boundaries, very important, because some human beings will continue to take and take and take and take and take from you until there's nothing left to take. So I would just like you to have that mindset that for you to be able to give and bless others, you have to have something to give. So if you just keep giving, not even like saving for rainy days, taking care of yourself, at a point you won't be able to be a blessing to others. That's just the only way to look at it, to be honest. So please, if you're in that position where they are taxing you, you can do something about it. In fact, just 1 week, or just for 1 week, just be unreachable. Just be unreachable, disappear. Let's see if they don't survive. I'm talking about all those wicked people that they don't care. They'll just be taxing you. Just for 1 week, just disappear. Just disappear. WhatsApp, your number is blank profile that they are seeing. Twitter, your account is private. Don't tweet for 1 month. Don't post on Instagram for do like private for 1 month. Okay, if 1 month is too much for you, try 1 week to 2 weeks first. If they don't survive, let me know why. I know it's funny, I'm laughing, but some people they are watching it, they will take my advice and you will see, like they will comport by force. These are people that have all those wicked people that they don't care if you are alive or not. And they text you BP because they are about to tax you. Once they say hi bro, you start thinking, hey, this was they're about to tax me. If I will say happy new year, there's people like that though. The moment they enter your DMs, you just know that they're about to tax you. Block them. Yeah. They will survive. Because sometimes the only way to respond to people who seem to like don't think logically about things like that is to actually go the extreme way by cutting them off for a period of time, and it just takes that for everything to reset. So I think even for me, like in addition, my goal is to be able to get to a place financially where I have a lot of money that like even giving like my parents back home will not be a task for me. But pending that, I'm only going to do what I can comfortably do. No one is going to pressure me. I'm not going to allow myself to be pressured, and by the special grace of God, I have parents that actually think logically, like they are very logical in their thinking. So yeah, that's just it. So that's the goal for me. So I'm just saying this so that it doesn't look like somebody is sounding like selfish or something. You know, sometimes you just need to do what you have to do to survive, not in terms of committing sin that God is against, but there are healthy boundaries you need to set for yourself, and God is not going to like punish you for that. God is not going to raise an eyebrow because you're doing something to protect yourself. The Bible says wisdom is profitable to direct. You get, letting them to milk you until you have no milk again. That's not wisdom, and obviously you're not being directed profitably. So period. So since now I've actually transferred my money to I've put some money in my savings account. So obviously I'm going to also like add that to my savings, in the savings part of my budgeting account. So one thing I like about the savings feature here is that after adding the amount that I've saved, there's that part that asks me like, did you take this money from your checking account? So that's because by doing that, it will not duplicate the amount, because typically people will receive their salary in their checking account, then from that checking account move their money to savings account. You get that kind of thing that is your income that you're saving at the end of the day. The way you take your money from income, use it to buy stocks or crypto or something. So yeah, it will just tell you, oh, transfer from other accounts. You'll not be the one to say yes or no. So in my case, I'm saying yes because it came from my checking account. So checking accounts, yeah, and that has been sorted. So I think that's pretty much it. I have recorded my income entry. I have created my budget for next month. I have created my, like, I've saved, right? Like, one thing about me is I save immediately I get my money, because if I keep postponing it, your girl ain't gonna save no money. So I have saved, and I have also, like, you know, recorded the fact that I have saved a certain amount on this savings account, and yeah, I'm good to go. I'm good to go. So from tomorrow now, as I make my expenses and I enter them, I'm able to track to make sure that I am on budget. You get the budgets I've created, make sure that I am actually on budget this time around, because this month anyway, I told you guys that the budget I created was just based on vibes, but I exceeded all my budgets by like 100%. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I think I'm going to end this video here, this vlog here. I'm giving you guys the tea. Payday, I've got, like, you guys have seen how I typically go through like my whole earning, savings, budgeting, expensing method using my app Budgety. If you don't have the app by now, I mean, by now you are the problem, not me. You are the problem. Go and download the app now. Yeah, and you guys have seen my monthly regular stuff, nothing new. And I've talked about black tax. I mean, I might have come off very, very straightforward, but I know that there's some people that actually had to hear it, to be honest. It's not the fact, it's not about being, it's not, I'm not out here saying, oh, like, don't care about anybody, don't, but like, you cannot give what you don't have. So make sure that you have, and if you're giving, you give with sense. And peradventure, some people don't even appreciate the fact that you're trying your best and giving what you are comfortable giving with. Do something major to make them know that you mean what you're saying. Yeah, and that thing, major thing, might be just cut them off for a period of time. I think it would actually do some reset, honestly. Yeah, but yeah, in the interim, stay kind, stay godly, stay nice, and stand on business, period.